Hello viewers, how are you? Welcome to my channel Physics with Rams. So today we are going to discuss about constant motion. Before going to start this topic, remember, don't forget to watch my previous videos based on this topic. After, if you press the button I on the surface of the screen, you can find the link of my previous video. Watch that video. Afterwards, watch this video. Let's start this topic. Generally, the constraints are classified into four types. The first one is a general constant, second one is a pulley constant, and the third one is wedge constant, and fourth one is pulley and wedge constant, combination of a pulley and wedge constants. So now we are going to discuss about general constants. So for this I am going to consider two blocks A and B. Now I am going to connect these two blocks by using a string. Here if I consider the velocity of the first block as 10 meter per second, velocity of the first block is 10 meter per second, then at any point on the string the velocity remains 10 meter per second. Since the block moves in this direction with a velocity of 10 meter per second, the string also moves with the same speed, 10 meter per second. So based on this, now we have to represent the velocity of the block B which is moving in this direction. So here based on that we can also represent that the velocity of the block B also possesses 10 meter per second. So we can represent that as the block A moves in this direction with a velocity of 10 meter per second. In the same way, the block B also moves in the same direction with a velocity of 10 meter per second. Now let's see another example based on this general constant. So I had placed a rod with end points A and B. So here this rod is sliding down in the downward direction. So velocity possessed at point A is v1 and the velocity possessed at point B is v2. Now we have to represent the general constant relation for this rod AB endpoints. So here if we consider it as origin, if we consider it this point as origin, up to point we can represent that displacement as x. And here if we consider this point y, up to this extent we consider it as y, initial displacement as y. From O to A the displacement is y, and from O to B the displacement is x. Now we have to show the relation between velocities v1 and v2 when the rod is sliding down towards the origin. So here observe that velocity at point A is represented as v1 equals to minus dy by dt. Why? Because rod is sliding down in the downward direction, means the displacement is decreasing with respect to time. So we can represent that v1 equals to minus dy by dt. Whereas observe that here along the x-axis the displacement is increasing. So based on that we can represent it as v2 equals to dx by dt. v2 equals to dx by dt. If we consider the length of the rod as L, observe that it is in the form of a right angle triangle. So based on that we can represent that side square plus side square equals to hypotenuse square. So we can represent it as x square plus y square is equals to L square. Now I am going to differentiate this equation with respect to time. So as we differentiate this equation with respect to time, here we can represent it as 2x into dx by dt plus 2y into dy by dt is equals to, observe that the length remains constant, differentiation of constant is equals to 0. Whereas here observe that dy by dt equals to minus v1 and dx by dt equals to v2. So if we substitute these values, here we have 2x into dx by dt which is nothing but v2 minus 2y into v1 is equals to 0. So if we bring this term towards this side, then we have 2x v2 is equals to 2y into v1. Now here observe that 2 gets cancelled from this equation. Here we have to find the velocity v1. From this equation we have v1 is equals to v2 into x by y. So take a screenshot. We will discuss about pulley constants. Now we are going to discuss about pulley constant. So in order to discuss about this pulley constant, I am going to consider Atwood machine. So Atwood machine consists of a frictionless pulley with a string and two weights has been attached to this string like this. Now observe that the pulley is not movable, it is fixed to this rigid support. So I am going to consider the blocks as A and B. Now in this case, here observe that if the mass of the block A is greater than mass of the second block, so then we have what happens is this block moves in the downward direction, whereas this block moves in the upward direction. Let us consider the displacement of the block up to this extent, it has x1, and the block the displacement of the block from here, consider it as x2. The x1 plus x2 is equals to the total length of this string. So here I am going to consider it as x1 plus x2 is equals to length of the string L. So here if I differentiate this equation with respect to time, then we can represent it as dx1 by dt plus dx2 by dt is equals to differentiation of constant. Why? Because the length of the string remains constant, it does not change. Why? Because it is an inextensible string. Here we consider an inextensible string. That's why here the dl by dt is nothing but it is equals to 0. So here as we consider it is 0, now we have to represent the velocity of the block with respect to x1 and x2. So here observe this dx1 by dt, which is nothing but rate of change of displacement. Rate of change of displacement. So here we are going to represent the velocity of the block A with respect to pulley. Then we can represent it as velocity of the block A with respect to pulley, V suffix AP, reference frame, based on this reference frame. And here we represent the velocity of the block B as velocity of the block B with respect to pulley. Now here if I substitute these values, dx1 by dt is nothing but velocity of the block A with respect to pulley plus velocity of the block B with respect to pulley, which is equals to 0. Whereas here we can represent this equation as V suffix AP is equals to velocity of the block A minus velocity of the pulley. In the same way here also we can represent it as velocity of the block B minus velocity of the pulley. So if I substitute these two equations in this equation, here we have V suffix A minus V suffix P plus V suffix B minus V suffix P equals to 0. Whereas here observe this V suffix A plus V suffix B is equals to 2 into V suffix P. Whereas velocity of the pulley is equals to V suffix A plus V suffix B by 2. So this represents the common equation for velocity of the pulley. So since here we had considered an Atwood machine, velocity of the pulley is equals to 0. So in this case, if I substitute velocity of the pulley is equals to 0, then we have 0 equals to V suffix A plus V suffix B by 2. Then we have velocity of the block A is equals to minus of velocity of the block B, because the blocks, these two blocks are moving in opposite directions. Based on that we can represent that velocity of the block A is equals to velocity of the block B in opposite direction, that is being represented by negative sign. Now if I differentiate this equation again with respect to time, then here we get a d by dt of v suffix ap plus d by dt of v suffix bp is equals to 0. So differentiation of velocity, which is nothing but acceleration of the block A with respect to pulley, as well as acceleration of the block B with respect to pulley. So we can also represent the acceleration. So based on this, again we can represent that acceleration of the pulley is equals to acceleration of the block A plus acceleration of the block B by 2. So now we had a represented velocity of the pulley as well as acceleration of the pulley. Let's see a case. Here I am going to consider a pulley which is moving in the upward direction with 5 meter per second. Now here I am going to consider a block A which is moving 6 meter per second. Now I have to represent the velocity of the block B. So here I have to represent the velocity of the block B. Observe this, the pulley is moving in the upward direction with 5 meter per second. Then we can represent it as 5 is equals to velocity of the block A is 6 plus velocity of the block B by 2. So observe that 5 into 2 nothing but 10. 10 is equals to 6 plus velocity of the block B. Then we can represent that velocity of the block B equals to 10 minus 6, which is nothing but 4 meter per second. So here the block B moves with 4 meter per second. Take a screenshot, we will continue. Now if we consider a block A which is being placed over a pulley, and here observe that the pulley is moving in the upward direction with a velocity of 5 meter per second, and other end is being tied to the rigid support. So here observe that this block moves in the upward direction as the pulley moves in the upward direction. Now based on that we have to find the velocity of this block A, whereas we know that velocity of the pulley is equals to velocity of the block A plus velocity of the block B by 2, whereas since we don't have block B, here we consider velocity of the block B as equals to 0. We consider velocity of the block is equals to 0. So if we substitute the values here, we have 5 is equals to velocity of the block A plus 0 by 2. Then we have velocity of the block A is equals to 5 into 2, 10 meter per second. So this block moves in the upward direction with a velocity of 10 meter per second. Now let us consider this case. Observe that here we have 3 pulleys. One pulley is fixed to this rigid support, and in this case here a block A is being hanged, whereas this block is moving in the downward direction with 4 meter per second. 4 meter per second. Now to this pulley here we have 2 blocks A, B and C, whereas block B is moving in the upward direction with a velocity of 3 meter per second. Now we have to find the velocity of the block C. So in order to find this, here observe that now we have to find the velocity of this string based on this condition, whereas we know that velocity of the pulley is equals to velocity of the block A plus velocity of the block B by 2. Whereas since we don't have block B at this location, here we consider this value as 0. So as I substitute here, velocity of the pulley is equals to 4 plus 0 by 2, which is equals to 2 meter per second. So based on this, here we can represent that the velocity of this pulley is 2 meter per second. Based on that we can represent that the velocity of the string is 2 meter per second. Since this pulley is fixed, the velocity at this point is equals to the velocity at this point. So here the string also possesses same velocity 2 meter per second at this point. Now here observe that we have the velocity of the pulley as 2 meter per second, and we have the velocity of this block as 3 meter per second. Based on this, now we have to represent the velocity of this block C, whereas velocity of the pulley is equals to velocity of the block B plus velocity of the block C by 2, whereas velocity of the pulley is 2 is equals to 3 plus velocity of the block C by 2, which is equals to 2 into 2, 4. 4 is equals to 3 plus velocity of the block C. From this we can represent that velocity of the block C is equals to 4 minus is equals to 1 meter per second. So take a screenshot, we will continue. Now we are going to see some more problems regarding these pulley constants. Observe that here a pulley constant is there, and this pulley is being connected to a block A which is moving in the forward direction with velocity of 10 meter per second, and it makes an angle of 37 degrees. So since it makes an angle of 37 degrees, we can extend this line. So here as we have 37 degrees, here also we have 37 degrees. So now we have to represent the velocity along this string. So along this string we can represent it as 10 cos 37, whereas we know that cos 37 is nothing but 4 by 5, 10 into 4 by 5. So here we have 4 into 2 which is equals to 8 meter per second. So along this string the velocity is 8 meter per second. So based on that, here also we can represent that velocity at this point will be 8 meter per second. Now we had represented the velocity of this pulley. Now based on this, now we have to find the velocity of the block D. Velocity of the block D. In order to find this, here observe that here we have to find the velocity at this point. So this block is moving in the upward direction with a velocity of 10 meter per second. Based on that, we have to find the velocity of this pulley at this point. Whereas velocity of the pulley at this point is represented as V suffix P equals to, at this point velocity is 0, 0 plus 10 by 2 which is equals to, let us consider it as x. So then here we have x equals to 0 plus 10 by 2. Then we have x equals to 5 meter per second. So based on that, here we can represent that x equals to 5 meter per second. Now here we had represented a velocity at this point. So as you observe this, here we have 5 meter per second and the velocity of the pulley is 8 meter per second. So if we substitute again in this equation, velocity of the pulley is equals to velocity 8 is equals to velocity at this point 5 plus we have to find the velocity at this point y by 2. So based on that, here we have 16 is equals to 5 plus y. So here I am going to consider it as y. Then we have y is equals to 16 minus 5 which is equals to 11 meter per second. So velocity at this point is y is equals to 11 meter per second. We have to find velocity of this block D. Observe that here we have velocity of the pulley. Then again we consider the same equation, velocity of the pulley equals to velocity of the block C plus velocity of the block D by 2. Whereas velocity of the pulley is 11 is equals to, velocity of the block C is 10 plus velocity of the block D by 2 which equals to 22 is equals to 10 plus velocity of the block D. Then here we have velocity of the block D equals to 22 minus 10 which is nothing but 12 meter per second. So this block moves with a velocity of 12 meter per second. Let's see another problem. Here observe that the pulley is moving in the upward direction with a velocity of 5 meter per second. We have to find the velocity of this block A. In order to find this, here let us consider this system. We have to consider this system. Based on that, we have to find the velocity of the pulley. Thereby we can represent the velocity of the string. So here observe this, the velocity of the block B is 7 meter per second. Velocity of the block C is 3 meter per second. Again we have velocity of the pulley equals to velocity of the block B plus velocity of the block C by 2 which is nothing but 7 plus 3 by 2 which is equals to 10 by 2 which equals 5 meter per second. So here the string possesses a velocity of 5 meter per second. Now based on this, we have to represent the velocity of this pulley at this point. Whereas we know that velocity of the pulley which is nothing but 5 is equals to 5 plus let us consider it as x by 2 which is nothing but 10 is equals to 5 plus x equals to 10 minus 5. x equals to 10 minus 5. So here we have 5 meter per second. So the velocity of this pulley is 5 meter per second. Based on that, now we have to find the velocity of this block A. Velocity of the pulley is nothing but 5 is equals to 0. Why? Because it is fixed to this rigid support, plus velocity of the block A by 2, which is nothing but velocity of the block A equals to 5 into 2, 10 meter per second. This represents the velocity of the block A. Take a screenshot, we'll continue. The pulley constants can also be solved by using the point method in a easy way. Here for this, what we have to do is we have to mark all the points on these pulleys as well as on the bodies. Where we have to mark all the points. Then if the length decreases, we consider the value as negative. If length increases, then we consider it as a positive. So here let's see an example. I had considered 3 pulleys and observe that we have 3 bodies, whereas block A is moving in the upward direction with a velocity of 2 meter per second, and block B is moving in the downward direction with a velocity of 6 meter per second. Now we have to find the velocity of the block C. So in order to find this, first of all we have to mark all the points. So I am going to mark all the points. First I mark here, then here, then here, as well as at this point location, as well as at this location. Next here, and here, here, as well as here. Now I had marked all the points. Based on that, now we have to find the velocity of this block C. So observe that as the block moves in the upward direction, its length decreases. Then we consider it as a negative. Then we have minus 2. Observe that this pulley is constant. So here we have 0 as well as here we have 0. 0 plus 0. Next, observe that this pulley is moving in the downward direction with a speed of 6 meter per second. For this, as observe that this length is increasing, so we represent it with a plus 6 as well as a plus 6. And next, so observe that this pulley is constant. So at this point we have velocity as 0 plus 0. Now we have to represent a velocity of the pulley, which we suffix it, which is equals to 0, which is equals to 0. So here observe this, here we have minus 2 plus 12, nothing but 10 plus v suffix c equals to 0. Then velocity of the block C is equals to minus 10 meter per second. Then we can represent that this block is moving in the upward direction with 10 meter per second. Next, observe this problem. Here the block A is moving with 10 meter per second in this direction. Now we have to represent the velocity of the block B. Observe this. Now we have to mark all the points. So I am going to mark point at this location 1, and here at this point, as well as at this point, and at this point, at this point, and at this point. Now I had marked all the points. So now here observe that the length is increasing. As the length increases, here we consider it as plus 10. Observe that here the length is decreasing, minus v suffix p for this point, and here for this point we have minus v suffix p, and here we have 10, and again here we have 10 plus 0 is equals to 0. From this equation here observe that minus 2v suffix b, 10 plus 10 plus 10, nothing but 30 is equals to 0. So we have 2v suffix b is equals to 30. Then velocity of the block B is equals to 15 meter per second. So this represents the velocity of the block B when block A is moving with a velocity of 10 meter per second. Take a screenshot, we will continue. So let's see some more problems regarding this point method. Again, mark the points. Observe that I am going to mark the points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So first of all we have to find the velocity of this pulley. Whereas we know that velocity of the pulley is equals to velocity of the block A, velocity of the block B by 2. whereas since the block B is not present, here we consider it as a 0. Then we have velocity of the pulley is equals to, observe that the block is moving in the downward direction with a velocity of 10 meter per second. 10 plus 0 by 2, which is nothing but 5 meter per second. So velocity of this pulley is 5 meter per second. So since the pulley possesses 5 meter per second, here also the string possesses 5 meter per second. Why? Because in constant motion every point on the string possesses same velocity. Now observe that here this block B is moving in the upward direction with a velocity of x. With a velocity of x. Observe that the length is decreasing because it is being dragged like this. So as the length is being decreased, here we represent a minus x for this point, as well as a minus x for this point. Again here we have minus x for this point, again we have minus x for this point, and here we have minus x for this point and minus x for this point. Sir, what about this pulleys? Means here observe that since the pulley is being fixed to rigid support, it is considered as 0. Why? Because the length is not going to change, it remains constant. So here we consider 0, 0, 0, 0. So I had neglected that. And here again observe that here the length is increasing. So I represent it as a plus 5. Plus 5 is equal to 0. Observe that how many x are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Minus 6x plus 5 is equal to 0. Then we have 6 is x equals to 5, whereas x equals to 5 by 6 meter per second. This represents the velocity of the block which is going to move in the upward direction. Next, let's see another problem based on this point method. Again, let us consider points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now we have to find the velocity of this block D. Here observe that the block C is moving in the upward direction with a velocity of 2 meter per second. So here at this point the length decreases, so we represent it as a minus 2. And here observe that this length also decreases and it is being represented as a minus V suffix T, whereas a minus V suffix T. And so we had represented these 2 points based on the length, whereas at this point as the block is moving with a velocity of 5 meter per second, this thing also possesses the same velocity. So here we represent it as a minus 5 at this point, as well as a minus 5. Observe this block is moving in the downward direction with a velocity of 1 meter per second. So here the length increases, plus 1 is equal to 0. So here observe that minus 2 V suffix T, minus 5 nothing but minus 10, plus 1 is equal to 0. So minus 10 minus 2, minus 12 plus 1 nothing but minus 11, minus 2 V suffix D, minus 11 equals to 0, whereas V suffix D equals to minus 11 by 2 meter per second. This represents the velocity of the block D. So here observe that as the velocity of the block D is in negative. So based on that we can represent that the block moves in the upward direction. Take a screenshot, we will continue. Now we are going to discuss about wedge constant. So here we consider 2 wedges placed one over the other. Observe that the wedge B is moving in the downward direction with a velocity of V1 and wedge A is moving with a velocity of V2. So here observe this, if we consider along this slope, if you consider the slope, here observe this, the block B is moving in the downward direction with a velocity V1, whereas A is moving with a velocity V2. So here we can extend this line like this, whereas since the wedge A makes an angle of theta, observe this, the velocity V1 and V2 are different, whereas along the perpendicular line, their velocity should be equal. So here as we have theta, here we have 90 minus theta. So again here we have theta, and again here we have 90 minus theta. So based on that, now we have to represent the equation. Observe this, the velocity along this line, perpendicular line, we have to represent the velocity along the perpendicular line. So as you observe that v2 is resolved into components, as well as v1 is resolved into components as v1 cos theta and v2 sin theta. Observe that here we have theta, again here we have 90 minus theta, again here we have theta. So based on that, as you observe that since v1 is resolved into components, we can represent it as v1 cos theta and v1 sin theta, v1 sin theta. So now as you observe this, since here we have v2 velocity with an angle of 90 minus theta, along the perpendicular line we have v2 cos of 90 minus theta, nothing but sin theta. So we are representing that their velocities should be equal along this perpendicular line. So based on that, we can represent that v1 cos theta is equals to v2 sin theta, v2 sin theta. Then velocity v1 can be given as v1 equals to v2 into sin theta by cos theta. So sin by cos, nothing but tan. Then we have v1 is equals to v2 into tan theta, whereas we can also represent it as tan theta equals to v1 by v2. This is the equation given for wedge constant, whereas tan theta equals to v1 by v2. We can also represent the same equation in terms of accelerations as tan theta is equals to a1 by a2. Let's solve a problem based on this wedge constant. So here we have two wedges, A and B. Observe that second wedge is placed on the first wedge at an angle of 37 degrees. So here as we consider the wedge B is moving in the downward direction with 1 meter per second, and wedge A is moving with velocity v. Now we have to find the velocity v. So in order to find this, here observe that we consider this block with an angle of 37 degrees. Observe this, the wedge B is moving in the downward direction with a velocity of 10 meter per second, whereas it is moving with a velocity of v. Now here observe that we have to consider the perpendicular. So here we have 37 degrees, so automatically here we have 53 degrees. Now we have to find the velocity v based on this perpendicular bisector. So here the velocity of the block B is 10 meter per second. Now along the perpendicular we can represent it as 10 into cos 37 is equals to v sin 37. So based on that, here we know that 10 into cos 37 is 4 by 5 is equals to v into 3 by 5. So here 5 gets cancelled. Then we have v is equals to 40 by 3 meter per second. This represents the velocity of the wedge A. Take a screenshot. We will continue. Now we are going to discuss about the combination of pulley and wedge. Observe that here we have a pulley and here we have a wedge. Observe that this wedge is moving with a velocity of 10 meter per second. Now we have to find the velocity of the block B, which is moving in the downward direction, and this block B is inclined at an angle of 37 degrees. So based on that, here now we have to represent the velocity along this line, which is inclined by an angle of 37 degrees. So we are going to apply the point method. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now so observe that the block is moving in the opposite direction. So here we represent it as a minus 10. So with respect to this point, it is being inclined by an angle of 37 degrees. So we adjacent side by hypotenuse, nothing but 10 cos 37, because the length is increasing. This extent it is being increased, whereas along this line the length decreases. Why? Because the wedge is moving towards the wall. So we represent it as minus 10 cos 37. At this point we consider it as a velocity of the block B is equals to 0. Observe that 10 cos 37 and minus 10 cos 37 gets cancelled. We have minus 10 plus the velocity of the block B is equals to 0. Then velocity of the block B is equals to 10 meter per second. So based on that we can represent that this block is moving in the downward direction with 10 meter per second. Take a screenshot. These constant concepts are totally related to JEE Mains, Advanced as well as NEET. So don't forget to watch these concepts. Please watch the video carefully by writing the notes. And I hope that you have enjoyed my video. Please give a like to this video, share this video to your friends, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.